and foremost, let us define and understand the term globalization. What is globalization? Process in which businesses begin operating internationally. The pros and cons of globalization. The advantages of globalization includes economic growth. It's widely believed that increased globalization leads to greater economic growth for all parties. It is composed of access to labor. Globalization gives all nations access to a wider pool. Next is access to jobs. This point is directly related to labor. Access to resources. One of the primary reasons nations trade is to gain access to resources they otherwise would not have. Lastly is the ability for nations to specialize. Global and regional cooperation allow nations to heavily lean into their economic strength, knowing they can trade products for other resources. The other advantages of globalization are increased global cooperation and increased cross-border investment. The disadvantages of globalization. Increased competition. When viewed as a whole, global free trade is beneficial to the entire system. Individual companies, organizations, and workers can be disadvantaged. However, by global competition, this is similar to how these parties might be disadvantaged by domestic competition. The pool has simply widened. Secondly is disproportionate growth. Globalization can introduce disproportionate growth both between and within nations. These effects must be carefully managed economically and morally. Environmental concerns. Deforestation and loss of biodiversity caused by economic specialization and infrastructure development. Next is greenhouse gas emissions and other forms of pollution caused by increased transportation of goods. Lastly, the introduction of potentially invasive species into new environments. Those are some of the pros and cons of globalization. Earth has always given us every comfort and necessity of life. It takes care of everyone like a mother, and we must also protect it and care for it in the best way. Happy Earth Day!